Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a supernatural horror film, MIDSOMMAR. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. Dani's bipolar sister sent her a cryptic goodbye email and didn't answer her phone. Dani feels very worried about that, so she calls her boyfriend, Handsome, thinking that he may offer some comfort. But he seems indifferent and doesn't want to listen to her talking about her shitty sister. Actually, Handsome originally wanted to break up with Dani a year ago. He has been avoiding her since then, and plans to end the relationship officially before traveling to the hometown of his Swedish friend, Pelle. However, he doesn't plan to tell her about the trip. One day, when Handsome hangs out with his handsome friends, Dani calls him and wails over the phone. He goes find her, and learns that her sister killed their parents and herself. She is orphaned overnight, and falls into great despair and grief. Without any choice, Handsome has to accompany her. And when Dani asks him about the trip to Sweden after learning of it by accident, he invites her to join them because he doesn't want to hurt her right at that time. The bunch of friends fly to Sweden and plan to stay there in 2 weeks. One day, Dani chats with the other 3 guys, but they are not friendly towards her, except Pelle, who tells her he is happy to see her join the trip. He voluntarily talks to her about his hometown festival that happens once every 90 years, the MIDSOMMAR celebration, which is the main purpose of the trip. Meanwhile, he consoles her over the loss of her family, and says he understands her pain, because he also lost his parents when he's little. Which however, reminds her of her dead family. Dani breaks down, and cries in the bathroom. When they drive to the forest, Pelle's brother has just arrived there too. Both of them grew up together in this place. The brother brings his friend, a British couple, to attend the festival. Walking through the forest, they finally get to the remote, idyllic commune. They see the villagers there seem to live a utopian life. Following some soft music, the villagers all in white clothes walk to a stone stage. On the stage, a female elder ignites 2 torches, and passes them to an elderly couple beside her. Then, she recites a spell. After that, she announces the 9-day festival begins. During the following dancing, a village girl playfully kicks Handsome. He is happy, and joins the dance with a horny girl, while disregarding Dani's feelings, and totally forgetting her birthday that day. But she is surprised to receive a drawing of her from Pelle as a birthday gift. Pelle shows them the place where they sleep, which is like a sacred temple, with many paintings on the walls and the ceiling, and it is also the sleeping quarters for those villagers under the age of 36. Pelle tells them villagers here divide their lives into 4 seasons. The ones aged under 18 are in their spring. Summer lasts from age 18 to 36, in which they go on a pilgrimage. Fall spreads from age 36 to 54, while winter covers those at the age of 54 to 71, and it is when they lead the village as elders. When Dani asks what'll happen to the ones who turn 72 years old, Pelle makes a cutthroat gesture, which however, is just treated as a joke by Dani. Suddenly, Dani is attracted by the young girl's photos on the wall. Pelle explains they are all the previous May Queens, who win the maypole dancing competition. Then Pelle asks his friends to take a good rest, because they are supposed to attend a grand ceremony tomorrow. The next day, while the villagers stand by the dining table, the elderly couple slowly walk out of a golden pyramid-shaped temple, and come to them. The elderly couple are given a toast. Then, they are escorted to a cliff. With their hands cut and blood smeared on a stone tablet, the elderly couple throw themselves off the cliff. The wife jumps to her death immediately, while the husband survives the fall with one leg shattered, but gets killed by the executioner, who strikes him in the head with a large mallet. Dani and her friends are shocked to see that, and can't believe the villagers are doing such crazy things. The British couple freak out, and attempt to leave. But the female elder stops them, explaining that it is just an old tradition of their commune to complete the life circle, an offering of the old lives in exchange for new ones. After the ceremony, Dani tells Handsome that she is leaving, but he doesn't speak a word, and leaves her crying alone. Actually, Handsome is kind of excited, because he finds an interesting subject for his thesis now, which is about the commune's traditional practice and culture, so he plans to stay to continue studying the local customs. However, the friend nerd is not happy to hear about that, because he is the first to pick the same subject, and has even asked for the elders' permission to write about that topic. Knowing that Dani is leaving, Pelle tries to persuade her to stay. He tells her that this commune raised him after his parents died young. So here is his home, and Dani can regard here as her home as well. Dani is touched, because Handsome doesn't seem to be the one she can turn to. She is lonely after the loss of her parents, and eager for a reliable home. That night, Nerd is puzzled to see the horny village girl sneaks inside, and hides a stone under Handsome's bed. The next day, he asks Pele what the stone is for. Pele says it is a love rune, that is used to cast a love spell. Suddenly, they hear a villager scolding the PP guy, who pees on their sacred tree. Then Pele immediately gets the PP guy out there. Dani sees the British girl come back to pack her stuff as well. An elder tries to make the girl stay, telling that her boyfriend has gone to the train station for something, and he will come back soon to collect her. Hearing that, the girl is angry and leaves, for she thinks her boyfriend wouldn't leave her behind. While Handsome starts his academic research, Nerd does his too, and feels very excited to learn about the village's sacred text from an elder. In the evening, Dani finds the British girl doesn't appear for dinner. She finds it weird, and tells Handsome about that. But a villager explains the girl has been taken to the train station. Handsome finds some disgusting curly hair in his pie, and his drink is pinker than others. But he ignores and still takes it. Suddenly, a village girl asks the PP guy to leave with her, telling him she's gonna show him something. At night, when everyone sleeps, Nerd sneaks into the temple, and want to take a photo of the sacred text. But he is knocked unconscious by someone, wearing a mask of the PP guy's face. The next day, Dani and Handsome find Nerd and the PP guy are all missing. But Handsome still doesn't care too much. During the breakfast, an elder tells people their sacred text has gone missing, but they will not blame it if the text is given back. Handsome later swears to the elder that he has nothing to do with it, and if his friends ever did that, he won't want to be friends with them anymore. The elder smiles, and asks him to visit the female elders. At the same time, Dani is invited to take part in the maypole dancing competition. After taking some mysterious drink, Dani is made to dance with the local girls, but she doesn't know what that ritual exactly means to her. On the other side, Handsome meets the female elder, and is told that he's permitted to mate with the horny girl who kicked him, and the decision is supported by the astrologer as well. At the same time, she acknowledges the disgusting curly hair in the pie belongs to the girls down. Handsome goes back to find Dani in the competition. Dani is happy, for she has squeezed into the top 8. There, Handsome is also offered a mysterious drink. At last, Dani wins the competition, and becomes the May Queen. The crowd takes her to a throne, hailing in passion. While sitting on the throne, she finds it weird, for she can even manipulate the plants to move slowly. During the feast, the horny girl suddenly walks away, and seductively stares at Handsome. Dani notices Handsome is shivering, but an elder announces she needs to go to bless the harvest and animals, so she is taken away by the villagers. In the field, Dani follows the local girls, and buries some eggs, raw meat, and seeds in the ground. Then she holds a torch with another girl, and sings the strange song. Meanwhile, a local girl lays out flower petals to create a path, from which Handsome is led away to a barn, where the horny village girl is waiting for his hormones. While being surrounded and peeked by a group of naked local old women, Handsome begins his fantastic, but lightning-fast hormone game with the girl. Right then, Dani hears the singing from the barn. She peers through the door, and sees what happens right there. She breaks down, and cries hysterically. Much to her shock and confusion, the local girls gather around her, and mimic her pain, crying and screaming. 2 minutes later, when Handsome is finished, he comes to his senses, and runs away naked. But suddenly, he's terrified to notice one of Nerd's legs buried in the garden. In panic, he hides into a chicken coop, where he finds the missing British guy, who's been turned into a blood eagle, with flowers covering his eyes. What's more, the guy is seemingly breathing. Handsome is scared, and wanna flee, but gets paralyzed by a powder blown onto his face, making him unable to speak or move. In the final ritual, while the May Queen Dani stands in despair, the elder announces that Pele's spared from being sacrificed. He is given the highest honors because he brings new sacrifices to the community. As the last sacrifice, Handsome is sewn alive into a bearskin and brought to the golden pyramid-shaped temple, with other sacrifices in certain poses. In horror though, he can't even move a finger, but only to see the temple be set on fire and burnt to ash. While the villagers watch the burning and mimic the sacrifice's pain, crying and screaming like lunatics. In her heavy flower dress, Dani is worshipped by the villagers as the May Queen. Driven by the spell, she shows her creepy smile suddenly. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Bye.